Hello everybody, welcome to Elite Weather. My name is Mr. G, your meteorologist. I am a student at Mississippi State University majoring in meteorology and broadcasting. So we are going to be talking about that weather forecast coming up for your week ahead as we wrap up the remainder of this weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend and you're having a great Sunday. Our city of the day is going to be Seattle, Washington, where we are looking at a beautiful afternoon out there across the Emerald City. We do have some clouds overhead as there are some showers in the forecast across the Pacific Northwest as we head into this upcoming work weekend for your Monday. So your Monday morning commute could be some wet streets out there across the Emerald City. Same thing for you folks down in Portland, as we're going to be seeing the storm system working in off of the Pacific, spreading those showers across the Pacific Northwest. So as you have a nice chilly afternoon with those temperatures in the 50s and 60s out there across the Northwest, let's take a look at how it's going across the rest of America. All right, everybody, let's talk about the rest of the lower 48 as we get ready for another week and another school week, another work week for everybody. Well, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you have a good week ahead as we take a look at our big map here. And this is going to be what we're going to be seeing in the early part of the week. That is meaning Monday and into your Tuesday. Nice weather across the western half of the United States, from the high plains to the Pacific Northwest, with the exception of the stormy weather in the Pacific Northwest, but very warm across the desert Southwest. Pleasant conditions across the northern Rockies and northern plains, down through the southern Rockies and across the southern plains and into Texas. Much cooler across the state of Texas, so Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio will see temperatures in the 60s and 70s, so much cooler across the deep south, the Gulf Coast as well, and less humidity, and we're going to see it finally dry out there across the state of Florida as we have a very strong trough in the east with our high amplitude ridge in the west, deep troughing in the east. So that is going to keep things rather cool, quite breezy across the south and the southeast, and the Ohio Valley and the northeast. Still going to see a few showers from time to time as well. So we're going to have unsettled weather conditions across the northeast and the Ohio Valley and the eastern Great Lakes, and it's going to be cool and quite breezy as we head into the beginning of the week. But as we work through the week, we will see those conditions improve. But here we are as we start off with the south and the southeast. This is something you don't see that much across the south. It's just cool conditions. These are going to be highs in the 60s, so we're going to see very pleasant weather down across the deep south and even into the state of Florida. So have a beautiful Monday tomorrow as you guys have earned a bit of a cool down and less humidity as well. This is a long time coming. I wish it would last a while yet, but it's going to be very brief because it will get stormy later on in the week. We still can see some showers here along the Appalachian, the front range of the Appalachian Mountains. So we still could see some showers through parts of the Carolina, Tennessee, into Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky. So right along this region here of the Appalachian Mountain Range, we could see some rain showers and maybe some thunder in the mountains as well. And as we take a look at what's going on across the state of Florida, a little bit of a chill across the northern territories, the northern section of Florida. So the Florida Panhandle here along the border with Georgia and South Carolina, going to be cooler across North Florida. Central Florida is going to be a little bit warmer with those temperatures in 60s, 70s, but we're going to see those 80s, 60s, and 70s for your overnight lows down here in South Florida, 60s and 70s, 50 to 60 in this range, 40 to 50 in this range. So here, a bit of a chill in the air, especially up there in North Florida. So Tallahassee to Pensacola, Jacksonville, gonna see a little bit of chill. But if you're down in Orlando, Tampa, Kissimmee, down in those regions, Winter Haven, gonna be a nice mild evening for you guys out there. And then Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Pompano, still a little bit on the warmer side for those overnight lows. Not much of a difference there. But further to the north, you notice a nip in the air. So enjoy that. It's going to be good for sleeping, overnight sleeping weather. But as we head into this week, we're going to see that chilly pattern continue. We're going to have an area of low pressure that's going to develop in the upper levels of the atmosphere over the Appalachian Mountains, more so toward the end of the week than we are going to see in the early. But we are seeing that strong jet stream dipping down all the way into Florida and over the Gulf of Mexico and then out over the Atlantic, and it's ushering in that cooler air with much lower humidity levels as well as that upper level storm develops toward the end of the week. In the Northeast, still going to be dealing with some scattered showers. Very showery, unsettled weather. Not going to amount to a whole lot of accumulation as far as these showers is concerned. We have low pressure in the area, but it's going to be enough to keep things a bit on the unsettled side. It's going to be a little bit breezy and kind of chilly as well. So we're going to see those highs max out in the 50s and some 40s along the interior of the Northeast, along the St. Lawrence River Valley and the border with Canada, with Ontario, Canada. We're going to see it a bit on the chilly side in those scattered showers. It's going to be very showery, a lot of hit and miss showers out there, not a lot of organized, heavier rain showers across the Northeast. So it's going to just be enough to keep things on the wet side and a bit damp for your Monday. And as we look at your Tuesday into Wednesday, that showery weather will scoot on out of there, move out over into parts of New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and over the North Atlantic. High pressure will scoot in behind it. We're going to see temperatures go up a little bit. We're going to see those 60s. It's going to be very nice, very comfortable weather conditions through the middle part of the week. So a nice little dry stretch for you before the next storm develops later in the week. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But in the middle part of the week, Tuesday into Wednesday, enjoy nice weather conditions across the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, parts of the upper Midwest, and into the Northeast as well. So enjoy that while it lasts. And on Wednesday and Thursday, our high pressure scoots on over toward the Atlantic coast. So then we're going to see that influence of that nice weather, nice dry stretch continue and spread into the Northeast. So a nice brief dry stretch for you as well, where those temperatures will rise into the 60s and maybe even the lower 70s right here along the I-95 corridor. So Raleigh, Durham, Wilmington, Baltimore, D.C., in this region, New York City, you guys are going to enjoy those temperatures, upper 60s to lower 70s. Very dry, lower humidities as well. So enjoy that before that next storm system begins to affect your region. And thinking of the next storm system, there it is, as we have that low pressure center that's going to take shape first down across the southeast. So the Carolinas, we're going to see that strengthening area of low pressure that's going to scoot northeast along the eastern seaboard, much like a nor'easter. This is where a lot of nor'easters originate. A lot of in the same pattern, storms that scoot across the north from the upper Midwest, and they drop down toward the southeast and organize in the southeast here of the Shenandoah area, and then they scoot along the northeast coast. And we're going to start to see thunderstorms and rain in the mid-Atlantic to the northeast. So Boston, New York City, Providence, Philadelphia, Washington, Baltimore. You guys are going to see that heavier showers and some thunderstorms as well as we move into the upcoming weekend. So a lot of rain again is going to develop along the eastern seaboard there, all the way from North Florida, the Carolinas, Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. Going to see those showers and thunderstorms. So a lot of wet weather is going to be headed your way in the upcoming weekend. And then on the West Coast, we got some weather to talk about. Let us not forget the old Pacific Northwest. They're getting what they're used to getting. A nice onshore flow, a lot of rain and wind with this very potent storm that's moving into the British Columbia. So Vancouver, Seattle, Portland, Northern California as well could pick up some rain showers, some nice soaking rain. You could pick up 1 to 3 inches of rain in the Pacific Northwest. And a little bit of snow is possible in the highest elevations of the Cascades, above 8,000 feet. Could pick up a couple of inches, several inches of snow as well. But we're definitely going to be seeing that storm system make its way across the northern tier of the country and into southern Canada as well. And then we're going to see those impacts, those high impacts up to Alaska, Juneau, Ketchikan, those regions south, the little islands here in the Aleutian Islands. You want to see those islands here along the Prince Rupert Sound, right here in southern western Canada, all the way down to British Columbia. We're going to see the potential for flooding, so we can see some heavy rain. So any late season cruising up into Alaska is going to be impacted by that heavy rain and the potential for flooding. So if you're going to the Glacier Bay, Mendenhall Glacier, Dawes Glacier, could be some issues with the cruise ships or any vacation plans in that region. Any fishing, halibut fishing, whale watching, anything you may be doing in that area, you're going to be dealing with that storm system and that heavy rain. We're starting to see those effects of El Nino and the enhanced intensity of these storms with that warmer ocean waters, that higher evaporation, so that it's giving these storms a bit more energy and a lot more moisture to work with. So we're going to be seeing a lot of heavy rain into parts of the Yukon, Alaska, and British Columbia as we move through the week. But on the contrast to that, south of the jet stream here, this is the impacts of the areas north of the jet stream. Now south of the jet stream, we have our high amplitude ridge over the western United States, and that is going to help make things very warm across the desert Southwest. Southern California, southern Nevada, southern Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, western Texas, we'll see those temperatures 80s, 90s, triple digits again across southern Arizona, southeastern California, so Phoenix, Tucson, Yuma. Las Vegas, I don't think you're going to quite get that warm, maybe some upper 80s to lower 90s, but you could see the triple digits further to the south, down into Phoenix, Yuma, Needles, Blythe, California, Palm Springs, Indio. You could see those temperatures in the 100 to 104 degree range, which is a bit warmer than average, unusual for this late in the year into October. So we don't typically see triple digit heat still, but we can certainly see that right here across especially along the Colorado River Basin. So with the Colorado River Basin area is where we could see that triple digit heat. So the Grand Canyon down through Boulder and right in this region along the Arizona and California border. So that is a look at your weather forecast. Warming up across the west, a spot of warm across the east. And before ahead of our next storm, we have that warm air advection out ahead of our southern stream storm on the east coast. So that's going to make for a day or two of nice weather in the northeast and the Great Lakes and the Midwest and things like that before that southern stream storm starts to spread those rain showers and thunderstorms up the eastern seaboard. My name is Mr. G. I'm going to have another video to possibly midweek, maybe Wednesday, because I took a little bit of a break from my homework over the last couple of days, but I got to jump back on it tonight and tomorrow and Tuesday. So I got to get caught back up and get back. I needed a little bit of a break from the homework, but got to get back in it now. And that was your weather forecast. Just to get you started for the week. And I will see you guys in the midweek. Thank you for watching me. Leave your likes, comments, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Leave a follow for your boy on TikTok. Bye-bye.